LDAP attacks. In this section we'll cover LDAP attacks. LDAP is often used as a backend for authentication, especially in single sign-on solutions, SSO. LDAP has its own syntax that we'll see in more detail in the following examples. Example number 1. You connect to an LDAP server, you're using your username and password. In this instance, the LDAP server does not authenticate you since your credentials are invalid. However, some LDAP servers authorize null bind if null values are sent. LDAP server will proceed to bind the connection and the PHP code will think the credentials are correct to get a bind with two null values. We can see this in the server. LDAP attacks, example number 1. Here are the credentials. We'll set it to null value like this, and as you can see, authenticated. Now for example number 2, let me go ahead and go back. Example number 2. The most common pattern of LDAP injection is to be able to inject in a filter. We'll see how you can use LDAP injection to bypass an authentication check. If you we need to know a little bit about LDAP syntax. As you can see, we can use a boolean or as this, or an AND like this. We can use a null byte encoded, and we can see here are some credentials to get authenticated. Let's check on here. For this attack, we'll use the following URL, and we'll replace these credentials like this. Sorry, two names. So you go and you see the null byte, and it's a little bit tricky, but we'll still get authenticated. I believe if we change this to prueba, for example, we'll still be authenticated as a hacker.